Something brought you here, and it wasn't random. You didn't just click this video by accident. You were guided, because right now there is a message meant only for you. Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear could change how you see everything, especially that person you've been thinking about. There's a reason you can't let them go, a reason your heart keeps returning to them, even when your mind tells you to walk away. And today, God is warning you. Do not dare to give up on that person. I know that sounds confusing, because everything around you may be telling you the opposite. People may have said, move on. Your own thoughts may whisper, it's over. You may feel tired, hurt, even betrayed. But this message is deeper than emotions. This is spiritual. You see, not every connection in your life is ordinary. Some people are placed in your path by divine design. And if you're still feeling pulled toward this person, if their presence still echoes in your spirit, then you need to understand something very important. You are not crazy. You are chosen. And chosen ones don't experience connections the same way others do, because your journey is guided. Your relationships carry purpose. And sometimes, the very person you want to give up on is the one connected to your next breakthrough. But here's the truth. No one tells you. Divine connections are not easy. They are tested. They are stretched. They go through silence, distance, confusion. Why? Because God is not just building a relationship. He is building you right now, what you're feeling, that tension, that uncertainty. It's not punishment. It's preparation. There are things happening behind the scenes that you cannot see. And that person, yes, that one, they are going through their own transformation too. You may not understand their behavior. You may question their actions. You may wonder why they seem distant or different. But listen closely. Not all distance is rejection. Sometimes it is alignment. God separates before He aligns, because both of you must grow individually before you can come together in the way that was truly intended. And this is where many chosen ones make their biggest mistake. They give up. Right before everything shifts, they walk away, just when the breakthrough is near. They lose faith at the exact moment God is working the most. And that is why this message found you today. This is your warning. Do not let temporary emotions destroy a permanent connection. Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, you've questioned everything. Yes, you've felt like walking away for good. But ask yourself this: why haven't you? Why is there still something inside you that refuses to let go? That is not weakness. That is divine. Knowing, because deep within your spirit, you recognize something your mind cannot explain. This connection is different. It's not just attraction. It's not just attachment. It's purpose. And purpose doesn't come easy. It comes with lessons. It comes with growth. It comes with moments that challenge everything you thought you knew about love, about patience, about faith. But here's the part you must understand. Holding on does not mean chasing. It does not mean losing yourself. It does not mean accepting less than you deserve. No, this message is not telling you to suffer. It's telling you to trust. There is a difference. You are being called to stand in your power, to grow, to elevate, to become the version of yourself that this connection requires. Because sometimes the delay isn't about them. It's about you becoming ready, ready to love without fear, ready to understand without ego, ready to stand strong without needing constant reassurance. And while you are growing, they are too. Even if you can't see, it. Even if it doesn't look like it, God works in silence. Transformation happens in unseen moments. And just because something is not visible does not mean it is not happening. Now, here's another truth that might surprise you. The enemy always attacks what is valuable. Think about that. Why has this connection been so difficult? Why so many misunderstandings, delays, emotional ups and downs? Because anything with divine potential will face resistance. And if you let frustration win, if you let doubt take control, you could walk away from something that was meant to elevate your life. But this is where your strength comes in. You are not like everyone else. You are chosen. You were built for this kind of journey. You were given a heart that feels deeply, a spirit that senses truth, and an intuition that knows when something is real. And right now, your intuition is speaking. That quiet voice inside you, the one that keeps saying, wait, the one that keeps reminding you, there's more to this. That is not imagination. That is guidance. But guidance requires patience, and patience is where most people fail, because we live in a world that wants instant answers, instant results, instant clarity. But divine timing doesn't work like that. God is not rushed. Everything unfolds exactly when it is meant to, not a second early, not a second late. And this connection is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it feels slow, even if it feels uncertain. Trust the process, because something powerful is happening. You are being refined. Your heart is being strengthened. Your understanding of love is being deepened. And when the time is right, when both souls are aligned, when both paths are clear, what is meant for you will return stronger than ever, but only if you don't give up now. This is the moment where your faith is being tested, not your feelings. Your faith. Can you trust what you cannot see? Can you hold on without having all the answers? Can you believe even when things don't make sense? Because that is what separates the chosen from the rest. And let me remind you of something very important. You are not alone in this. God sees your struggle. He sees your patience. He sees every moment you chose faith instead of fear. And He is working in your favor, even now, especially now. So, if you've been feeling tired, if you've been questioning whether to walk away, take this as your confirmation. Pause, breathe, and remember why you started. Remember what you felt in the beginning. Remember the connection, the energy, the unexplainable bond. Those things don't just happen. They are placed. And if they were placed by God, then they are not meant to be abandoned out of frustration. They are meant to be understood, nurtured, and trusted. Your story is not over. In fact, it's just beginning. There is more ahead than what you've experienced so far. More clarity, more growth, more alignment. But you have to stay. You have to believe. You have to trust the unseen, because one day, everything will make sense. One day, you'll look back and realize why it had to happen this way. And on that day, you'll be grateful you didn't give up. So hold on, not with desperation, but with strength. Not with fear, but with faith, because what is meant for you is already finding its way to you, and nothing and no one can stop what God has already written. If this message resonated with your soul, if you felt something deep inside while listening, write "Chosen One" in the comments. And remember, you were guided here for a reason.